जेनिफर एनिस्टन ने कहा कम वी मस्ट चैट एंड ऑल दैट, उसका बॉयफ्रेंड भी था, मैंने तो उसको ध्यान भी नहीं दिया, यू नो।
I would do the same thing.
So she said, you know, come with me, और वो लिफ्ट में ले गई नीचे। और फिर उसके बाद we walked out बात करते करते and we came outside and she said call my car, you know, कोई था वहाँ फ्लंकी टाइप का, उसने कहा yes ma'am, अभी फोन शोन किया, within 5 minutes limousine, stretch limousine landed up. Then I okay, nice to see you, ये वो अपना बॉयफ्रेंड के साथ she pushed off. So I said please call my car. So I gave my number. He says who the hell are you? उसने कहा पतली गली प्लीज।
फिर जब आपकी लाल बत्ती आई होगी ना, do you have a lal batti?
No, I don't have a lal batti or anything like that. So the important thing is not to get seduced by the glamour of Bollywood. I recognize it for what
Hollywood, you are Hollywood,
Bollywood, whatever. Yeah. The fact of the matter is, I had a minor role to play in that. I was the catalyst which allowed, you know, a particular product to become a global product, and that's it. And then you come back to your, you know, to the real world. You forget the.
सर जब बच्चा पैदा होता है तो फादर का रोल माइनर होता है, लेकिन बच्चा तो फादर का ही होता है ना।
नहीं देखो, when I went to the Oscars, they come with do's and don'ts. 27 पेज का आता है कि आप you can't bring a camera, you can't bring this, you can't bring that. I did not take a cell phone, I did not take a camera, I just went with my book, and I got everybody to sign that book. And Danny wrote in that book. He says, without you, nothing of this would have happened. So you know that was an acknowledgement.
Nice. So that meant a lot to you.
हाँ कि भाई फादर नहीं तो गॉडफादर ऑफ द मूवी तो हूँ मैं कम से कम, समथिंग लाइक दैट।
Amazing, and I think.
But before we get sidetracked, now your own journey, I think there was a very interesting, you know, contrast that people said with what happened to me at the Oscars and what happened to you post Three Idiots.
अब किसी को तो सहना पड़ेगा ना। आप मजे कर रहे थे जैन के साथ और हम यहाँ लड़ रहे थे।
And then of course you had Kai Poche.
Yes.
And I don't know whether Abhishek is
Abhishek
here or not.
is here or is he sleeping?
Abhishek
I don't
might be here, I don't know.
He called.
So tell us about that journey, because you know that was the #1 news item, I think, for the duration of that time when this whole thing was happening. How do you contrast what happened with Three Idiots with what happened in Kai Poche?
Yeah. Okay. Well, now actually such a long time has passed that I can actually laugh about it. But so I had this similar thing. Mine was. I didn't have any film for, there's no concept like that here. For me, how the first film happened was basically, I had written one book, 5.7, and the next book I had written, and we needed someone to launch it. One night at a call center, and he said, who will launch? Yeah. So we just saw the paper. I was in, I think Hong Kong or Singapore there, and we were just tracking the news, and I saw this girl who has just become an actress had launched a book. And it was Vidya Balan, and she had launched the Parinita book because that was her first movie. So I said, she knows how to launch books, let's contact her. Because, you know, nobody else will even know.
No, but you were already a brand name, man.
No.
5 Point Someone had become a huge hit by then already.
No, I'm talking really early days. Like the second book, it was there, but listen, in Bollywood, authors are not brands. Okay. So they don't know, acha likhi hogi book, if you're not a star, you're not a star. So we contacted her. And I got her number and I sent her a message saying, dear Miss Balan, and 3-4 times I composed it. And I said, you please launch my book. And she, for some reason, she must have thought I'm really old. Okay. Because she said, respected Mr. This, that, and all that. And we have heard, actually, luckily her brother-in-law had read my first book. We have heard, and I'd like to do it. But, you know, that day I'm shooting. And something. So actually she didn't launch the book because she couldn't. But she said, I'm shooting for this film, Lage Raho Munna Bhai.
Okay.
And you know, incidentally, he also made, she thought I'm this NRI type, so I don't know what's going on. He also made a film on medical college, the first film. And your book is also on engineering college. I said, yeah. And he's like, yeah. And you know, I said, can you share the book with him? And
with Hirani?
Yeah, because she was shooting.
Right.
And she said, okay, I'll share it. So she gave it, and she also gave me his number, and I just messaged him that Raju, dear Mr. Hirani, this is a book, and I would like to read it because I think you may find it interesting, and this, that. So he, or maybe I called him, and he told me, okay, that's fine, you've sent the book and all, very good, but I'm shooting, and when I'm shooting, I don't do anything else. It's everything is this. So I'll read it, I'll put it in my bookshelf, kabhi pad lenge. I said, okay. Next day, there was a cloud burst in Mumbai.
Okay.
Remember the cloud burst, 2005? All shooting stopped. And Raju Rani is stuck in his house.
Right.
Flooded. He lives in Kalanagar, all BKC, like this is sea. He's stuck, and on his dining table, there's nothing to do. There is one book lying there. 5 point someone.
Right.
Okay, what to do? Newspaper is also not coming. So he started reading it, right? Reading it. Meanwhile, I am in my bank job. I am getting scolded by my bad boss as every day. And one day he's scolding me. And my phone is lying there. And he had told me, Raju had told me, after 6-8 months, I thought, okay, it's just being polite, whatever. And I'm sitting and I'm getting scolded that you're not paying attention to your work these days, is that. And my phone rings, Raju Hirani calling. Like, why is he calling me? Because he had told me, he's shooting. I was like, I need to take this call. You listen, you have to stop doing this. Okay, we will discuss. I just took the phone out and I said, hi, did you dial me by mistake or what has happened? I didn't know. He's like, listen, yaar, I read your book. And I was so nervous. I thought, I don't know what I said, oh, okay, you did? And then he said, ab 5 minutes, tu chup rahega aur sirf tareef sunega. Okay, wow. So we had a relationship like that, believe it or not. And for 5 minutes, he just said this and that. And he said, I wanted to do a story of pure engineering college kids. I couldn't do it. So I did Munna Bhai and brought the gangster in it. But I wanted to do this and ye, wo, and you come and this, that. So I came down to Bombay in some time and he again signed here. And that is where the sign here. Okay. And that was the Vidu, and that's where, and you know, and we were, and I am like excited boy, you know. Oh, they're like, I don't know IIT. Oh, I'll take you to IIT. I don't know students. I'll meet you students. I'll make you sign here. Okay, fine, sign. Okay. Right. And anyway, you can't do much because what can you say? No, I'll negotiate. Yes. Like my legal team will contact you, right? I mean, they're like, chalo yahan se jao, ya koi leave. So. And in that moment of friendship and excitement, I did it. And in fact, I remember him saying, yaar, I wish thode din pehle aa jati. I wouldn't have made Munna Bhai Part 2. I don't like doing sequels and all. Whereas that, because he was very nervous with that Mahatma Gandhi thing and all that. But that movie became a hit. And then again, his producer and all the distributors said, sir, ye kya kitab hai? 5 point someone kya kar rahe ho? Aap Munna Bhai 3 banao, chup chap. You have so much money you can make. And he's telling me, yaar Chetan, मैंने ले लिया तेरी book, but अभी मैं मुन्ना भाई 3 बनानी पड़ेगी. They made a trailer for Munna Bhai 3. Remember that trailer? There was a trailer attached to it. I thought they made a trailer for it where they're going to make my film.
Exactly.
But then I think that story somehow stayed in him or whatever, and they kept developing, and I think they finally got a breakthrough with it was a very tough screenplay to do because it's a different kind of, and they did, and up until that point, I was very involved. He wanted to know about the education system, but I was working abroad. And then the film started becoming bigger and bigger. I mean, they had Aamir in it and this, that, and now what's going on? Yeah. And same way they were nervous because the story was a very non-big star story. And he was very nervous. And again, people would have told him, why didn't you just make a Munna Bhai? And then it came out, it became a big hit. And in between all this, there was some issues on that credit. I don't want to go into details and start the whole box again. But let's just say I felt a little bit betrayed. In fact, as everybody knows, the credit was supposed to be in front. They did not give the credit, they gave it to the hairdresser. And you know what happened? Yeah, I went to the kick sets, another screenplay. I've just slight digression.
Yes.
So that kick is being shot, and then 2 days before, one guy comes to me and he says, "Sir, I wanted to introduce myself because you've been talking about me so much." I said, "But how?" He said, "I'm the hairdresser." So who did the 3 Idiots hairdressing? So आपने कहा कि आपका नाम hairdresser के साथ रख दिया था, आपको अच्छा नहीं लगा था. No, nothing to do with you. So you know, it was just something I felt so betrayed as a friend. The money was never an issue. This was my first book. This is a book of my friends, my 3 friends. That girl was my first girlfriend. It was just too much for me to be talked to like that and this, that. And I remember just writing a blog about it. And that was one of the first things in India that went viral. Now, of course, everything goes viral very soon. That time also Twitter had started, but it had been very small. And, you know, I was surprised it became a national issue. It just, you know, just exploded. I was very nervous. And a lot of people told me, you will never be able to work in Bollywood again with what you have done. Gone public against some very powerful people. I said, but I am not against them. I just have this issue. And I was right. And And you know, in the middle of all this, my one more book had come by the time the movie had released, Three Mistakes, and Abhishek Kapoor, who was supposed to be here, but I knew it. Sunday morning, he never wakes up. He lives in Bandra, but anyway. So he had taken the rights, and he was working on the movie. And I said, "Yaar, you are the only guy I'm working with, and everybody is telling me if you do this fight, nobody will work with you again. So tell me." He said, "Chetan, मेरे साथ भी एकदम यही हुआ था."
Oh.
हाँ, मेरे साथ उसका तो like my at least made it to the hairdresser. His they just chopped it off, and once they put his name in white against snow. So you know, like people do things which are like, how can you put it in contract? Yeah, कि please make the color same as like, you know. So I can't tell you the innovations people come up with. So so he said, "तू लड़, मैं तो तेरी फिल्म बनाऊंगा, तू लड़." So I didn't fight for very long. In fact, a lot of people said, "Where did the controversy disappear?" I'd made my point and stepped away. And then Kai Po Che was a very different experience. Kai Po Che, the biggest problem was not this. Kai Po Che, the problem was that we had newcomers. We had a very funny name. The story was about riots, Godhra riots. Nobody in Bollywood wanted to touch it. So it kept bouncing around from producer to producer. Nobody wanted to fund it. The name was something alien to non-Gujarati population.
The name was decided pretty early on.
Name was Abhishek, and he's such a genuine filmmaker, I must tell you, that he said, "Yeah, this is your story is Gujarat. I mean, you just can't, don't worry about it. Don't worry about the," and I was worried about the commerce, and he was worried about the film. It's very strange. The author is, but I was like, I don't want it to flop, yaar, because everybody is going to compare it to Three Idiots.
Yes.
And they say, "Ab dekho na, pata lag gaya." But it did so well, and for a newcomer film,
yes,
in fact,
relative to its budget, yes.
For its budget, it's probably given a better than Three Idiots, and just it's a very fine film. And the more important thing is Abhishek is still a friend, and we still talk, and he's doing Fitur. So he said yesterday, "I'm going to send you the script. Whatever I'm doing, I tell him." And I believe that it is possible for a writer and maker to be friends, and I worked very hard on it. It took me a long time. Even now, the Two States film, the director, we chat, he called me, showed me a few minutes, looking fabulous. And I think it's taken me a while, but yeah, that was a very nasty wake-up call to me that it's not enough to be talented, it's also, you need to be able to protect yourself.
You need to have a legal team.
I don't, or at least just be aware, and you know, just don't like go like, "Oh my God, we love everybody." Like, ऐसे नहीं होता. You know, that's a lesson for everybody in life. You have to protect your turf a little bit.
But since then, now you have actually gone on to screenplay writing, and I believe you have done
Yes.
the screenplay for Kick.
So
So
I've
tell us
done-
how that happened.
So Two States was being done with Sajid Nadyarwala, who's a big producer here, and he had a film. He's remaking a Telugu film called Kick. So he called me and he said he'd taken Two States. So he said it's too filmy. You know, it's too loud, South Indian, dishum. It's about a man who lives for his kick, not so much the actual physical kick, but it's a kick in life.
Okay.
So he said, "Can you make it a little, tone it down a bit?" And he wanted to test me. So he said, "Telugu film is called Kick. So come up with the title for the Hindi film."
Hindi film, yes.
So I said Kick. So yeah, that did it basically. so I'm writing that, and they're shooting it, and that's a very different experience. Very, very different experience. That is not just any other screenplay. It's a Salman Khan movie screenplay, where the rules are very different. I mean, Salman has to be Salman. I mean, you know, it's a Salman. You're writing it for him. If you write a scene which is very genuine, but you know, Salman doesn't get to be Salman, I mean, the fans are going to just smack you. हो गया writing both. We want to see Salman here. So it's a great experience and very different. And I just thought I'll try it out to see how it is. So I think you've gone more westward, and I've gone more desi here.
But then have you now?
But you are IFS.
I mean, you think you still have one foot in the sort of writing thing and one for the movie, or now you are full time into movie?
No. It's this is A.R. Rahman told me this. In fact, that's where I saw his Oscars at his house. I've gone, and I think he's one of the few celebrities I really look up to. And I said, and it was a very cliched question. I said, "Give me some advice, please. Give me some advice. कुछ तो बता दो हमें, बस ज्ञान दे दो आप बस हमें." This Oscar मैंने देखे, and you know, like A.R. Rahman is so cool. He brought these Oscars. ये देखो भाई, ये मेरे Oscar है. and we are like overawed and like Oscar. And you know, I said, what's the most incredible thing? He's like, the most incredible thing, you know, I didn't eat rice for a week to look good in the pictures. I'm like, तुम्हें चावल याद आ रहे हैं, like ये तो Oscar देखो यहाँ पे, but I don't know. So anyway, so I said, अच्छा बाबा मुझे ज्ञान दो. So he said, Chetan, Bollywood, 1 foot in, 1 foot out. It's like a crocodile pond. Okay. So crocodile pond में आप नहाओगे नहीं ना. You just stay outside and take a bath. Don't swim in the pond. Right. So it's a good advice. So that is why you see me at the Lit Fest and not just doing filmy things. And I do other things, columns and politics and things like that. So that is a deliberate effort. I will never be fully. But let me segue this to a question for you. I finally got into it full time. Okay, I must say it was very difficult because I had a nice job, paid a lot of money, and when I jumped, I didn't know where it's going to take me.
Correct.
You must have thought about it, and you've decided to stay on, and I think you enjoy your job.
I absolutely do.
And you told me the way I'm talking, your identity as a writer, despite Slumdog, despite all this, you are pretty clear that this is one part of my life. Can you talk a little bit more about that? Yeah. How you think about it?
You know, when your first book becomes huge and, you know, the film version becomes a global brand and things like that, then certainly many hints are dropped. You know, my publishers keep dropping these hints. Why don't you quit your day job? Look at the opportunity cost. You could be, you know, earning so much more money. Exactly, and things. But there are two things. First of all, as you have yourself said, I love my job. It's a